Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Cathedral of Velvet podcast, where people podcast sometimes. I am your host, as always, Parajusho, and this time around, we got a little special guest. My special guest, please introduce yourself?
Of course, name's David, so I go by David Cast JRPGs on YouTube. I do weekly RPG content. Thanks for having me on, dude. I appreciate it.
I want to thank you for coming here. You're actually like the first non-friends guest on my friends list who's
Hey,
on.
awesome.
So thank you for being here. It's an honor. Like I've actually had like a little goal for the year. Just like I want to try to collab with as many people as I can, because throughout my years of YouTube and all that stuff, I've been doing this all by myself. So like this time around, I want to meet new people. I want to talk about games with other people and just just be more out there with myself. So thank you for being here.
Hey, pleasure's all mine.
Yeah. So thank you very much. And if guys haven't checked out David's channel, please do. Just gonna show off your channel and stuff like that. Also, I should probably screen share because I want you to see what's going up on screen here. All right. So guys, make sure you guys check out David's channel. Got a whole bunch of content, especially like Metaphor, Persona, all kinds of JRPG content. So make sure you guys check him out. He does some great work. So please check him out. Links will be in the description of the channel.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how things work is a little couple of minutes before we get into the actual meat and potatoes of the news and stuff like that. We start to what's been going on in our life and stuff like that. So yeah, recently just things have been going on right. Been playing some continuing more of Yakuza. I mean, Like a Dragon 8, and I
Ooh.
just got to chapter 9, and it's a good game. Like I'm loving it. Despite me having it since like launch, I've been kind of having it on the backlog in between other games.
Dude, it's really a funny coincidence, but I'm actually also playing Infinite Wealth right now, and it also ended up on my backlog even though I bought it at launch. So very weird coincidence. I'm on chapter 11 though, so how weird is this? We're almost at the same place. I played it until chapter 8th, but then I dropped it for like other RPGs, which is really a crime to be honest, because I'm huge into Yakuza and RGG games. But Persona pre-reload happened, Unicorn Overlord happened, and SMT5 Vengeance, which I know you're playing as well. All of that happened, but I'm back now, and I'm definitely finishing this one before Metaphor comes out. That's the plan.
Yeah, like I've been trying to like I have over 55 hours in the game. That's mainly because of Dondoko Island.
Haha, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, I want to get this hotel, and like I'm at like 4 stars right now, and also
Ooh,
like
how many
I
hours
need
are you in? You said
like 55 hours.
I'm 40 hours in.
Yeah, like
Chapter 11.
I was not expecting Dondoko Island to pull me in, but just like God, this is fun.
Typical RGG stuff, right?
Yeah, just like it was a fun portion of the game. Just like oh man, all this money I'm getting, and also all the people I'm like I'm meeting. It's like, oh, really fun, cool. It's like I'm playing an Animal Crossing game that's not Animal Crossing. It was just
That's pretty much it. I mean, you can control. Well, I haven't played Animal Crossing, but from what I
me
know of that
neither.
franchise, seems to be sharing a few things for sure.
Yeah. So like, maybe after this I should try Animal Crossing. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be stuck into it like so many other people had, but it was definitely a fun experience so far. And
I bet.
I'm trying to beat it before like that RGG conference coming up. So just
Ooh, on the 20th?
yeah.
What do you
So
think they're gonna reveal, by the way? Have you played all the games in the Like a Dragon Yakuza franchise, or are you new?
so my history is a little bit complicated. So I initially started with 0, but then I dropped it
Okay.
for like a couple of years, and then
Ooh,
7 reinvigorated my start of it. Like, oh cool,
awesome.
like all like I know of the characters, but I don't know the story behind them. So like, oh man, this is so fun. Went back to 0, beat that, then played 1 and 2 back to back, and then went into 8. But I do
Wow,
have the other
interesting.
series like in my my game shelf, so I'm gonna get into it eventually.
It's a lot of games, and if you spend a lot of time on the side content, well, you're in for hundreds of hours, thousands of hours of gameplay. Because I'm huge into the sub stories in these games, the side quest. Not so much the mini games, but the side quest I found to be so interesting that I spend a lot of time in them. So that's why I couldn't afford spending a lot of time on the Donko Island in 8th, you know?
Yeah, like I wasn't trying to spend much time in there, but it's like it just captivated me. Like, oh my god, yes.
It happens.
But what's been going on with you? What's going on your side?
Uh, Gaming wise, I mean, I was lucky enough to play Metaphor Refantasio 3 weeks ago already. Got an invite from Atlas to experience the game a little bit. Played it for 3 hours, specifically the first 3 hours of the game. So that was a pure blast, honestly. I've heard you mention you want to get to that at some point, and I saw the content on your channel as well. Please do, because it's really, really good. It must not be slept on. But in terms of gaming, again, just like you, I'm on Infinite Wealth. The plan is to beat it before Metaphor comes out. I don't have a lot of gameplay time, so it's definitely not happening in September. But if it happens at least before October 10th, I'll be happy. And I'm always kind of working on backlog games. So my goal is to always play some sort of modern release that I want to play, and some older game as well that is on the backlog. So I'm also playing Persona Q for the first time ever right now. So I've never played Persona Q. I'm about 10 hours into that one. So those are the games that I'm playing right now. 2 Atlas games, funnily enough.
Yeah, I man, with PQ, I have not been that. Like, I think I've gone to like the second labyrinth until like I. It's not that I dropped it; it's just like other games came out like after it. I got the
Fair.
game like I think it was like years after its release, but it was definitely before the eShop closed. So it's like,
Okay.
I'm let me try this. Like, oh yeah, it's pretty cool. Never played like the Etrian Odyssey kind of game, so it's just like,
Hmm.
okay, it's a little bit different, but like
It's very different.
it was just still like interesting time to see the characters interact and all that stuff.
Right. That's been the main thing for me too. I mean, it's I've played Etrian Odyssey, so I knew what I was getting into, but see, I'm gonna share my in-depth thoughts on the game later on. But it gets a little repetitive, but not in a positive way like Etrian did for me. So it's yeah. I'm still confused with my thoughts on this one. I just started Labyrinth 2 as well, so we'll see. We'll see. I think it's about 30 hours or so of length, so I'm definitely not getting it done before Metaphor comes out, sadly. But yeah, it's
Hmm.
been all right so far.
And like within like the past week, like we seen you seen the Nintendo Direct that happened?
Of course, yes, I streamed that one. It was great. Lots of very cool reveals in that one definitely appealed to me. So, what about you? Did you see it?
Yes, I did. And like
Hmm.
the one thing that like kind of piqued my interest was that Castlevania collection, and I was
Right.
thinking like, yo, if Konami is able to put these DS screens in one, when are we gonna see like the other like Alice DS games come on here? Like, give me like the
Oof.
Devil Survivor, give
Oof.
me Strange Journey, and
Please.
Persona Q games. Like, if that can happen, Alice, come on, you can do it.
Hey, it wouldn't happen in that way though. I've heard
I
those 3 Castlevania games are $25. Is that correct?
I have not checked,
If that's the case, that's crazy. Like, you better believe if Atlas brings back Devil Survivor, they're charging 60 each for these
Mm,
minimum, or 70 for both, I would say.
probably, but like,
Depends on the work that they do with them, I guess. But if they just bring back the enhanced re-releases on 3DS, which I think is what they would do, then maybe not. Maybe 60 for both if we're lucky. They charge their pricing structure is very odd. Like Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden, the ports. Do you remember how much they were? I think they were 30 each. Were they?
yeah, it was like 30 each, but if you bundle, I think it was like 50, 55, something like that.
So I guess 60 for both Devil Survivor or both Persona Q seems reasonable. We'll see. I don't expect either of these to happen if I'm being honest.
No, I don't. I feel like they're either mainly gonna focus on like maybe like the PS2 games, if possible, or like the
Yep.
PS2 SMT games, or maybe
Yep.
just a new Persona
Something new.
project.
I'm with you. I mean, I've been very vocal about when it comes to the next port from Atlas that isn't Persona. I'm thinking Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2 is
Yes.
next for sure. So these two games are already voiced on like Nocturne. They're running on the same engine that Nocturne was running on. So if they were to, reuse some of the assets in Nocturne HD, port the DS1 and 2, make them 60 for both, hell, I'd be there day one because these games are fantastic and they're very similar to what you can experience in terms of mainline SMT on modern platforms. They're very similar to Nocturne, they're very similar to 5 and 5 Vengeance in a gameplay sense. So fans would know what to expect with these. If you bring back a Strange Journey or a Devil Survivor, those are they're very different than the games that are on modern platforms. So I think they make DDS 1 and 2, they make the most sense.
Yeah, like I was thinking like like if they do bring back like 1 and 2, have you played Dark Hack GU Last Recode?
I have not.
Okay, so like it's a remaster collection of the first of the four Dark Hack GU games on, well, first three Dark Hack GU games on PS2, and then when it came
Oh,
to the remaster, they added like a fourth volume, which is like less than like 10 hours. So I was thinking like, it would
that's
be
dope.
cool if they did like, okay, 1 and 2 plus like this mini like side like extra stuff for Digital Devil Saga 2,
Oh my god.
just
That
like
would be so cool. That
just to
would be
like try to like
so
see if like,
cool.
hey, would people like to see something more to Digital Devil Saga?
I would. that actually sounds really cool. I hope you're onto something because man, I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's just like I want to see more other SMT stuff that's not just mainline SMT and like Persona. Like I love to see the experimentation of the other games like they've done before.
Right.
And like it reminded me of something like I've seen like someone made a tweet about like it had a picture of Trish from Catherine, and it was like the very intro of Catherine where it's just like, oh, welcome to the Golden Playhouse, where it's like, holy cow, I forgot about that. Where it's just like, oh, the Golden Playhouse, it's a like Catherine is basically like a show within the
On a
game.
show.
Yeah, so like they can continue on with like that Golden Playhouse thing, just like, hey, there's a experimental show that we're trying out, and if you like it, we can continue on from that. Like,
That sounds really cool.
yeah, so it's just they got a whole lot of stuff on their hands that they could do, but we're just gonna have to wait and see what will come from it.
Right.
All right. So 15 minutes not bad, but I think we can continue into the news. So let me just switch over. This episode of the Cathedral Velvet podcast is sponsored by W. W is a clean energy drink that's made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or inks like other energy drinks. There's also no filters or artificial dyes. W contains vitamins like B3, B6, C, amino acids, and 150 milligrams of caffeine. W allows you to have faster reaction times paired with laser sharp focus. They have a variety of tubs, shakers, accessories to choose from. If you want to start winning more, they made this for you. Go to the first link in the description below and use code PowerJ at checkout to save 10% on your order. That's PowerJ at checkout to save 10% on your order. Thank you for W for sponsoring this episode. Now back to the show. Here. So, of course, we're covering news from our Persona Central. These guys are always on top of the news and events happening. If you guys can, please check out their news website. They're on Facebook, they're on Twitter, YouTube. All the articles that we're gonna be checking out is gonna be linked down in the description below. So please support them however you can. So going to the first article, we are talking about Gamescom that happened in August, since we're in September, just like which month are we in? But yeah, Gamescom happened and we got a Metaphor trailer.
Yes, sir.
So, as previously announced, the Xbox at Gamescom 2024 livestream earlier today featured a showcase on Metaphor-ical Fantasia. The new trailer, dubbed Travel Beyond Fantasy, depicts the protagonist's journey and the royal tournament. And we can take a quick glimpse of that. Ooh, and turn off the background here.
Only the one who has earned the people's support is fit to be king.
Now, I want to say, like, I feel like this is like my favorite trailer that they showed off so far. Just like seeing all the environments and stuff.
It's definitely mine, because when I went to New York to play the game, they showed us that trailer. So that was roughly 10 or so days before it went public, so it definitely has a soft spot for me just for that reason alone. The music is awesome, the environments, as you mentioned. I'm a huge sim for this game, if I'm being honest. It's really good.
Yeah, just I'm loving like all of the like the human character designs is just like, bruh, just like it's so disturbing and I'm loving it.
Right.
There's change in the air. Looks like we've got Sanctifex Forden in the lead, and Count Luis hot on his trail.
The dub is also really solid.
Yes,
I think
yes.
that was our first time hearing it too in the trailer, so.
You dreamt of utopia. You saw the tribes united as one.
I mean, there were English dub in previous trailers. If I'm remembering right.
Oh, that might be it. That might be wrong.
There are a lot of people in the crowd who
Yeah, because I think it was June that was like there was a trailer for the game and it was like, oh wait, the protagonist can talk? The protagonist talking?
Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm.
And I was like very shocked, like, wait, a game by the P3, 4, and 5 guys with a talking protagonist? Like, whoa. Yeah, I'm loving this. I can't wait for this game to come out. Just like I just love how the entire thing just feels, just and how it looks. It's just like, ooh, like this is like scratching an itch I had never had.
Yes, I'm glad to hear it.
Getting on with the article, alongside was director Katsura Hashino discussing the game's premise and a few appealing points following a couple of the voice actors discussing their project and voice direction. Sarah Clark, who voices Stroll, and Christian Atheraton, who plays Hulkenberg. Other members of the voice cast were recently announced. And like you said, like you went to that event. Were there other voice actors there as well, or was it just like the development team?
It was some of the staff from the development team that was there. Obviously, a few Sega and Atlas West PR people, but no voice actors were there though, so I didn't meet any of them.
All right. And also, I saw some posts online as well. There were other content creators there. I saw
Yep.
Crystal was there.
Yes,
Uh,
she was. Mhm.
Nico, like Nico B.
I don't know who that is, but that's possible. It's possible.
Yeah, like he's also been like doing a bunch of JRPG content. He's like
Oh.
he's going through the Trail series right now, and
Ooh.
like
Okay. Courageous
he's
man.
he's doing like a let's play of the first game, and he saw like
Nice.
the direct, and it had the remake going on. It's just like great, the curse is continuing. He's playing a game that's getting another remake soon.
Oh, so he'd better play SMT4 soon then. Oh
Oh,
boy.
but like
Interesting.
yeah.
There was a few people. I think there were like roughly 30 guests that we were there, and in that there is a lot of press people too. So there were people from IGN, from RPG site, stuff like that. So just a few independent creators, which was cool to see.
Like
Something
they
new that Atlas never does before. So
All right. Like, did they was it like a like oh David, we choose you to join the call, or was it like just like hey uh we're part of this group, we want to join us, something like that? How was that invitation?
well, I've been working with them for a while now, so they hire a third party company to reach out to content creators like myself for invites. So they have a list of people that they want at a specific event. They give that to the third party firm, which is the company that reaches out to me. So I was not working with Sega employees directly, but with that third party. So it went really well, honestly. They have great people working there. They're easy to work with. They're very welcoming and generous as well to creators. So I have nothing bad to say. I was really fortunate to get that invite. Definitely the biggest opportunity that I got during this journey. That's for sure.
Yep. Like, again, congrats for like that. That's just like
Thank you.
holy like going to New York. Like I only been to like New York once. Just like holy cow, like and seeing that I was like wow, this is what a city looks like. Tall
Yep.
buildings, many people walking about. Well, was that your first time in New York, or was that like or have you been there before?
It was my second time in New York, but the last time was like a decade ago. It was a high school trip. So I live in Canada, but near the border. So
Uh,
yeah, it was a little trip that I did, but a long time ago. So it was very interesting for me to travel to New York again, especially for such a reason. Like because I got an invite from Atlas and to play Metaphor, that's crazy.
yeah, like I'm from Florida, so like it's just like yeah, just a whole bunch of hotness. The ever known Florida man stuff happening. So you might hear that from time to time. Oh, it's Florida again. Oh yeah. Hey, continuing on, we got some SMT5 stuff. Uh, we're getting some DLC happening. So we got voting for a new demon navigator. Need demon navigator. Speak mouth work. So Alice has announced that they will be adding new demon navigators to SMT5 Vengeance. The demons added will be decided by user vote with a voting opening internationally. So the votes will be open from the August 23rd to the 1st, so it's officially over. And you can tweet at them with the hashtag TrueVV Navi Double Pull. And we got over 30 demons to vote for, so including Jack Frost, Mothman, Mora, McCoy, Mephisto, Nue, whole bunch of other demons. Did you vote for any one of these?
Nah, I did not. But I'm seeing the list right now, and there's a lot of demons that I would like to see as a navigator. Hellmiker? That would be sick to see him like on his bike, moving around the Dahath. That would be awesome. But the list is extremely solid. Like most of them would be great to see.
Yeah. Let me just try to
Do
zoom
we have the
in.
results? I didn't
No,
see that.
not
No, we don't.
yet. They haven't said anything about it. Yeah, close up on the pictures. I voted for more. Just like have that dick riding around on your screen. Content ID claim.
Yep, yep. That
Uh,
would certainly be an interesting day on the internet.
but it is interesting that they're doing this, and I'm also got me thinking. Oh, are we getting some more DLC content besides this? Perhaps are they gonna try to
It's
expand like the lifetime of Vengeance? Perhaps.
it's certainly curious, but I don't know. It's really odd, that's for sure. So if you asked me that question before that happened, I would say no. It's already an enhanced, complete re-release of SMT5, you know. But hey, I'm welcoming it. I mean, SMT5 Vengeance is great, so if they give me a reason to go back to it, I will.
I mean, like, I feel like, what they could do is just like, you know what? Here's an extra secret boss to as DLC. Who it is? I don't know. Maybe past SMT protagonist that we haven't seen in HD in a long while.
People would like that. I mean, I was not expecting it, but lots of memes, obviously, but lots of positivity coming out of the Joker announcement in episode Aigis, the DLC.
I've been seeing some opposite.
I've
Honest.
been seeing of both, to be honest, but I've seen positivity too, which was a little odd to me. I was expecting a more negative response.
Yeah, like, me personally, like, I'm on the side of just like, I feel like we could have gone a different character secret boss.
I agree.
Yeah, because, like, personally, I've seen Joker a bit too much. Like
I
besides
agree.
from the games, he's been in way other projects. Like I've seen like I've checked the wiki. Like he's been in over 20
Yep.
other games.
Yep.
That's not Persona.
Sonic Forces.
Uh
That one
uh
is an odd one. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Sharp FE Encore.
I think
Catherine Full Body on Switch.
I think it was like a Star no Fantasy Star, yeah. That was it. Like Fantasy Stars, one of them. Like so many other
Crazy.
games. It's just like it would have been good to like in my opinion, just like it would have been great to have Margaret in to add to a callback to Portable, and also
Yes.
like as a possible tease as a Persona 4 remake if it's in the works. I don't know.
Hey, dude, honestly, just Kotone, the female main character. Why not?
I also thought of that too, but then I also was thinking like that would just get the fantasy fans also wild up, just like, oh, they have her
Yeah.
in the game. Why not just
you're
make the full route? Like,
right. You're probably right.
yeah. So I was thinking like, okay, maybe Margaret, or maybe even like oh hey, the Persona 1 and 2 protagonists. They haven't had any spotlight in decades, let's be honest. It would have been cool. It would be cool.
It would have. Yep.
Like I felt like did this would have you seen Deadpool and Wolverine?
I have not.
Okay, like there's a scene where it's just like, oh, these certain characters came back, and at least in my theater, they got like a roar of applause, and I was like, whoa, I didn't expect people to like actually be excited to see them. So I was thinking like, oh, this would have been the same approach if they did that for like Reload, bring back the characters that hasn't been in the spotlight, and people were like, oh yeah, they're back, yeah. So that was my kind of like train of thought as how they were like if they did that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Back to like S&T Vengeance. Like it's cool. They're adding some more navigators. I'm wondering if it's just are they including a quest for this, or is it just like yeah, here we go, you can have it.
I wonder. Probably just a free update, I assume, with just the new navigator, not necessarily a quest or something. Although I'd like to see that. I think that would be cool.
Mm, adds
Something
a
small, I would bet.
Yeah, I'm almost done with Vengeance. Like up on channels, like a couple like the last time that footage was like over a month old. So like I'm still like I'm in Taito currently, so I'm almost there. I'm almost done with the game.
Right.
So I was thinking like, okay, could they possibly like do some kind of, I don't know, just hey, here's a little side quest that you can just open up a load, go in there, there you go. Or does it actually
Mm-hmm.
require starting up a new game?
I
Eh,
wonder.
who knows? But that's it for that one. Next up, something's coming up this month is Tokyo Game Show. And
Yes, sir.
excited for Tokyo Game Show. I love Tokyo Game Show. It is usually has some good stuff from other companies too, but Alice and
Yep.
Sega, pretty cool, pretty cool.
Yes, sir.
So the website for Sega and Alice's Tokyo Game Show 2024 present has been launched. Currently, the site only features the pages for merchandise pre-orders and the show floor map. The Tokyo Game Show 2024 will take place Thursday, September 26, 2024, and Sunday, September 29th, at the Makuhari Messe Convention Center. Merchandise will include items based on Metaphor, in addition to Reload, SMT5 Vengeance projects, which has been sold at other events. And there's an Amazon Japan page for TGS products. Okay, so we can import stuff if we want to get stuff there. And there's going to be a live broadcast, but no detail at the moment. So they got placed in Hall 4 with a family game pack near the corner and a good booth at the end of the hall. So I think we already know that Metaphor is gonna be a big presence there since it's coming out
Right.
next month. And they're probably gonna show off more of episode Aigis there too, just for the people. Hey, have you not played episode Aigis yet? Play it. But I definitely want to check out that Amazon page to see if I want to import stuff. Because I mean, if they got some good stuff, I might pick it up.
Yeah, sometimes they have exclusive merch for these events, so that might be worth a check to check a little bit for sure.
Yeah, well, one day, like, oh, I really hope one day I can go to Japan just to experience like a
Mm.
Tokyo Game Show or those like comic heck conventions, just like, because it just seems like a whole bunch of fun, to, like seeing all these like how much effort they put into these events. Just like it looks so awesome.
Yes, I assume they would be really, really cool. I also want to go to Japan at some point. I think that would be cool.
Ooh, but I wonder, like, will they show anything new that we don't already know of at Tokyo Game Show? Though that's something I'm wondering. Besides, Metaphor,
Mm-hmm.
because
I
like,
think Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, it's okay.
I was just saying, I mean, I think you're onto something with the two games that they're absolutely gonna have. So Reload with episode I think is a sure bet. Metaphor is definitely going to be the pillar at the event. Then there's gonna be Sega stuff, right? The new RGG game will certainly be there,
Hmm.
or at least I hope so.
Well, at least a trailer, I
And
think, probably.
yes, exactly. Some new trailer or something along those lines. Maybe a playable demo too. Who knows? RGG they work fast, and Infinite Wealth came out in January, so we don't really know. I'm always kind of hoping for some new Sakura Wars title. So Sakura Tyson, I think would be awesome. Some remastered collection of older games would be great. But from Atlas, I mean, I'm not expecting anything new to be shown. If something new shows up, though, it's gonna be Etrian Odyssey, but I doubt it.
Hmm. Like,
What about you?
I think I remember, like, I'm not sure if it was last month or the month before. Like, I think Sega like did a copyright like trademark of something called Yakuza Wars.
Yep,
So
that's correct.
I was
Mhm.
thinking like, okay, are we getting either a new Yakuza game, a new somewhat spin-off to Sakura Wars, or like, Yakuza Sakura Wars collab crossover game, or is this just something completely different that they might show?
I wonder. I mean, when I read that, I was like, Yakuza Wars. For some reason, it sounds to me like a strategy slash tactical type of game. Especially because when they gave us that information, we also got the info that they said it's something different. So I'm really thinking Yakuza Wars is some sort of tactical game or strategy game or just gameplay. It has some of that style of gameplay. That's my prediction, but it's really random. I don't know anything specific, sadly.
I mean, they could do anything. Like, of course, like Yakuza now turn based, and then we got the Judgment games still being the real time brawler.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Yakuza Wars could definitely be just tactic style.
Yeah, but I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd be head over heels for a new Judgment game. Judgment 3? Count me in. Have you played these games?
Yes, they're fun.
They're really good.
I haven't gone to the expansion DLC in Lost Judgment though.
I have the Kaito files. It's really good. It's kind of lengthy too. It's like 6 to 8 hours long, if I recall correctly, and it's always on sale. So I very rarely buy DLC, but I bought that one and it was well worth it. So I recommend it.
All right, just gotta put it onto the list of all other games I need to complete as well.
I mean, I get the sentiment. I mean, I'm looking at my shelves right now, and yeah, backlog is huge. I mean, I wanted to get some time this year for FF7 Rebirth. It's not looking like I'll make it this year, sadly. I definitely need to play Metaphor and Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D plus the two games that I'm playing right now. So that's not happening, sadly. And I wanted to play that one, so another one on the top of the pile.
Yeah, like I've been, I'm the type of guy who doesn't like. I don't have a PS5 currently, so I'm just like, I'm waiting on that that hopefully PS5 Pro, because like I'm the type of guy who's like, I'm gonna wait for the next revision. All right, I'm gonna wait for it because it might be better. If it's not, okay, I'll get the current version. So like,
I think it's gonna be revealed this week or next week, the PS5 Pro.
yeah, I've been hearing rumors about that for like the longest. Just like, okay, like please let this be true. But I'm also
Right.
hearing that it might just be digital only. Just like, oh,
Oh yeah, that's a no for me.
yeah, like if it is, just like, well, time to get that OG PS5. Give me that.
Right. Exactly.
Because like for physical games for life, like I have like basically like I'm just looking at my massive collection, just like in the back, just like it's almost touching the roof because I've just stacked it vertically.
Same here.
So just like,
So you're mostly PC Nintendo, I assume?
no, it's PlayStation, Nintendo mainly.
Okay, so you're on PS4.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah, and that's what I was a little disappointed when I heard that Metaphor wasn't getting a PS4 physical release. Like, man, I guess
course.
gotta go digital.
Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah, but if it's announced that it's gaining like a PS5 Pro's happening, okay, I'll get the PS5 version.
Right. If it has a disc drive, that
Yeah,
is.
if it has a disc drive.
Mm-hmm. Fingers crossed.
Fingers
I
crossed.
think there's the attachment now so maybe they sell it as digital, but then you can get the attachment to have physical Blu-rays. I think that might be an option. Hopefully.
Yeah, like
I'm not interested in the PS5 Pro. I'm fine with my regular PS5.
yeah, like I heard that, but it's just, like to me, just like it feels like it's saying like to like PlayStation, just like, oh hey, people like this digital only stuff, like because people are buying the PS5 Pro. Guess we're going digital for the next console. You're like, oh man, I really hope that's not the case.
Yeah, I definitely don't like when I hear these types of news. I'm all about physical games, and if your game's digital only, it takes a lot for me to purchase it. I'll be honest.
Yeah, just like it's the same as physical, yet I don't have it in my hands. Like if it was a bit of a discount, like okay, maybe. But like if it's still full price, but I can just go down the street and just grab it at the storage. Like, prefer having my hands than not.
That's way better. Plus, you can resell it if you don't like the game, or you can just lend it to a friend. I I certainly prefer physical whenever I can. I'm not ready for an all digital future at this point. So
Yeah.
I'm confident Nintendo's gonna have physical for their next generation, which is awesome because I'm mostly a Nintendo fan for the most part. So I don't play any type of first party on Sony. I don't I don't like their first party titles. They're not for me. They're quality, but they're not for me. I have a PS5 because I need a PS5 to play some of my favorite games, like the Yakuza franchise, again, Sakura Wars. That's all PlayStation 5 exclusive. Games like Final Fantasy as well are not. Most of them are not coming to Nintendo, so I need a PS5 for that. And I work on a PC all day long. I don't want to manage apps and updates and all that stuff on my gaming platform, especially since I don't have a lot of gaming time. So I'm not ready for PC either, and there's really no point in an Xbox for me other than Forza. So my PS5 is a third-party machine, and I mostly do Nintendo whenever I can. Plus, I love the portability and hybrid nature of the system. So I'm looking forward to Switch 2 a lot. I'm very excited for what's next.
Yeah, like I try to like it depends on this like series and games on like which system I'm getting. So like if I have like most of the Persona series on my PlayStation side, I'm gonna get it for the PlayStation side. Unless I absolutely can't. So like on my of course PlayStation with Persona, but then I have what was it? Can't really see. Oh, like the Shantae games also have like all on PlayStation. Uh,
Mm,
so I tried to keep that consistency on like where I get the games and like have essays for that system.
same thing. Yeah, I did. That's the same thing for me. Like Ace Attorney this week. The Miles Edgeworth games are coming out this week, and I pre-ordered that also on Switch because I have all the other games on Switch, and the older games I all own on Nintendo. So it's just logical for me to get it on Nintendo as well. So I totally get it.
Yeah, just have that consistency. Just like yep, it's all there
Yep,
on the line.
exactly.
Alright, going to the next article, we've got some more metaphor details. And we're talking about the followers and rivals. So, Sega has released details, information on the supporters and rivals in Metaphor. And this is company's the Alice exclusive character showcase that was shown in July. So, going through the characters, we got Louise. And this has to be like my favorite design character like that Alice has done. That is like my
Mm.
favorite design.
But he has a really prominent role in the game too, so you'll be happy to hear that. Yeah, he's great. I like him a lot. I like the voice too. So
Yeah, like and like just his design, just like it looks like an archetype. Just like looking at him, just like
yeah.
straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
Like and like his presence, just like ooh, like I.
Yep.
He's like the type of guy you would love to hate. Just like
Yeah.
ooh, I'm gonna be glad to beat you up. Like bah bah bah. Alright, so Louise, an officer who has a merit based on ideology. He has powerful enough combat and magic skills to subjugate humans, and is an excellent military strategist. He values ability and rationality over origin, and has a great deal of support, especially from more radical young people. Next up, we have Forden. Okay, so Forden, the highest authority in Sanctus religion, that is the core of the United Kingdoms, and is the head of the Sanctus administration, which supports the country's politics. He is a modern leader who united the kingdom following the death of the king, and enjoys support from a wide range of citizens. You know, from like when I saw like both Louise and Forden, I was getting like, are we getting another like kind of law and like chaos system? Because like I get that feeling from these two, just like also based on like their clothing as well.
An
Like Louise
alignment
is
system.
supposed
Hmm.
like Louise is law, but like he looks like law, but he's chaos. And Forden looks like kind of a little bit of chaos, but he's law a little bit. That's just based off of appearances, but I know like it's mainly just like, hey, We're just going for the top. That's our main goal.
I wonder. I mean, we probably would have heard about it before if that was the case, if that was a thing.
Yeah, I feel like that's not the case, but just like the feeling of like how these two are like the
I can
main
see it.
top 2,
Mhm.
just like feeling like maybe at the end, just like, you know, if you go with me, I can make all this happen. Oh no, go with me. You know, I'll
Yep.
do it.
Mm-hmm.
But just like these designs are just top notch. I love it. They just look so awesome.
Yes.
Next up we have Godot. Hello, Godot. So Fortin's head of security and the leader of the Monk Army, an armed organization that defends Sanctonism. He's running the election in support of Fortin, but has no personal ambition to become king. He's not happy about the appearance of the protagonist, a member of the Tainted Elder tribe. So he's just here, just like, no, I'm not letting you pass, essentially. But like, I wonder, like, if he does win, is he just gonna like, yeah, I'm not being your king. I'm gonna give it to whoever's next. Do you want it? Okay, sure, come on up.
Yeah, tribes and different races are a big deal in Metaphor. So there's definitely going to be characters giving you problems with your tribe and who you're from and where you're from.
Mm-hmm. So, and there's gonna be obviously some supporters, but you know, I wonder, like, are there gonna be some of these followers and rivals gonna be like, you know what? I like the jig of your cap, but I'm gonna be on your side. 'Cause- Next up, we got Glodell. Known as Glodell the Black Hound, he's a supporter of Louise, but he is also a highly ambitious man who is running for election with the goal of rising above all others. He's always hostile and may become a problem in the future. I mean, like, yeah, I can kind of tell, like I get like a little bit of like a rock metal guy from him. Like he could rock a guitar if he wanted to.
Mm-hmm. These ears are impressive, to say the least.
Next up, we got Milo.
Milo. Oh, I like the design.
Yeah, he looks very familiar, but I just can't place it. I don't know where I like have seen like his face before, but I like his little is that Crystal Rose? A member of the Ishika tribe and a preacher of beauty who advocates that all who are not beautiful should be stripped of their titles. He is surrounded by the shrieks of praise. So he's a pretty boy essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, ladies. Thank you for voting for me. Please vote for me, and I love you forever.
Right.
And speaking of love, we got Love Less, the
Hmm.
third son of a tavern owner, proclaiming that he will deliver free alcohol forever. Free drinks for everyone. Yeah.
Damn. They have my vote.
He's a hedonistic Priapus. Some support his promise without any consideration for the future of the country. So just like, hey, vote for me, and you'll be alright. Yeah, vote for me, yeah. Yeah, but like, get the feeling like he's just like, peace, man. Like, yeah, let's go vote for peace. Yeah, let's do it. Like it, like sort of hippie. But
Right.
that's all the aesthetics that the game's going for, like 70s, 60s style clothing with a fantasy setting. That's
Exactly.
a really good mix. I wasn't
Yep.
expecting that, but hey, it's still pretty cool. Next up, we got Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. A hot-blooded candidate who advocates for the establishment of a military state for the Rustain tribe. He calls for greater power for the Rustain tribe, have garnered him support from those who with resentful feelings towards the populous Clemont tribe. So, just military power. Yeah, military guy.
Mm-hmm. There has to be one.
And Lena, she's so adorable. cute.
Mm-hmm.
The only daughter of the Caden workshop and a member of the Yugi tribe. She's running for office to promote her family's Gauntlet Runner factory. The Caden workshops part are regularly highly among engineers, and the custom-made Caden experimental Gauntlet Runner boasts amazing speed despite its small size. So I think I talked about this in a previous video. I talked about like where we're going through the entire world with a Gauntlet Runner, and I was thinking like, I feel like eventually we're gonna be having like a flying gauntlet, right? Because I think they said like, oh, only the highest or like the richest people have like these flying gauntlets. So I think probably like when we get like near end game, probably like that, we can like get a flying gauntlet, and that'll
Yeah.
just cut down like travel time,
Travel time.
base
Mhm.
like instant maybe, or at least down to maybe a day, half a day, if that's probably it.
Yeah. I definitely think there's going to be options for traveling like this, especially since they're saying it's taking such a big role in the game and it's really important. It's directly related to the calendar system, which I'm really curious about. So, yeah, we're in for a treat.
Next, we got Roger, a young Claymore main who advocates for a truly free country without taxes, laws, or religion, and puts himself forward with extreme confidence and self-belief. Goddard, a Aurora Hag demolition worker representing the elderly and advocating preferential treatment for elderly and taxation of the young. Hey, don't tax the young just because you're old. Come on, man. Gotta get with the times. Next up, we got the followers. The protagonists taking part in the royal tournament will also encounter many allies to support their election campaigns. During their journey, the protagonists will meet people with various issues. By listening to their stories and helping them, they can become supporters in addition to traveling companions such as Stroll and Hulkenberg. The protagonists will also meet supporters who do not directly participate in battle, but still participate in various types of support. One form of this is granting powerful archetypes can be used in battle. So, can you talk about like how like the archetypes work in the game, since you've like seen that? Like, how does it feel like compared to like personas in Persona games and like demons in SMT?
Mhm. It's an interesting question. Now, the combat system in general is clearly Prestern, so you can expect something like SMT5 Vengeance for sure. I think that's a great comparison to give it to. Otherwise, the archetypes are not demons, they're not personas either. Now, the main thing that I said in my preview is that it's clearly inspired by Persona in the way that you awaken them, not in a gameplay sense, but it's when you're facing strong emotions in the inner self, you awaken to your persona, and the protagonist's awakening of his first archetype, the Seeker archetype in Metaphor, is very similar to a Persona awakening. It's very, very similar. Same thing for Strolls. So that has stuff in common. Now, in a gameplay sense, though, it's really different because you can equip any of the 40 plus archetype that are in the game on any of your 7 party members, which means you have a lot of customization. It's basically a job system. It's not a monster collector type of game, So, have you played Final Fantasy V?
No, I haven't.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3?
Yes.
Okay, so something along the lines of the classes in that game would be
alright.
a fair description to give it. So when you equip, a new archetype, full different moves, different look, and it's very much customizable and it can be equipped on any of your characters. So yeah, I think a mix of FF5 and Xenoblade Chronicles 3 would be my way to describe it. I said that in my preview as well.
Have you seen like, were there any exclusive like archetypes per character, or do they all get the same archetypes?
I'm not sure. I think you can. I know you can equip any of them on all the characters, so I really don't think there's any type of exclusivity. But I don't know if a certain character can't equip for, say, one of the archetypes. I would like to say no, but don't quote me on that. I'm not super confident.
All right, because I was thinking like, okay, like maybe like, okay, each like character gets their own like ultimate form of like an archetype that's like, okay, that's like perfect for them for like certain situation. So just think like, oh, okay, that'd be like pretty cool, like kind of end game kind of like thing for them to have.
Hmm. In the first 3 hours of the game, you don't have something like that. So, and that's what I played. So I'm really not sure.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. So, getting a couple look at the followers, Brigitte, and like, oh, and she has, what was it? Oh, she's the merchant. So, a Rohag supporter who runs the Igniter in the capital. She recognizes the protagonist as an Elder and has him take quests to test his strength. As a supporter, she awakens the merchant archetype, increasing battle rewards. She will also allow you to use a shop in the royal capital, which is often inaccessible to Elder. So being the merchant, pretty cool, pretty cool. I wonder if there will be like a way to exploit game, like, ooh, give me more money, give me more money.
Potentially, I mean, you're running a campaign, so that might be a mechanic that they implement for sure. Who knows?
Next up, we got Maria. Don't die in shadow. A girl who lives in the Hush Honeybee Inn in the royal capital. She has been separated from her parents and has no friends due to her Rohag and Ishika mixed background. She eagerly awaits the souvenir stories from the protagonist and his companions from their travels. She will become a follower if you help her loneliness. Aww. The bond with Maria will awaken the healer archetype, which specializes in healing and purification. Alright, being the healer, definitely going to be having that on one party member, or maybe all, depending on how bad I am. Next, we got Bardon.
Interesting design.
Yeah,
Hairstyle's funny on an elf.
he has a big old forehead, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
And the
I like
archetype, yeah, it looks really awesome. Verstaine, who is the captain of the guard corps in Martira, the first town that the protagonist comes to after leaving the capital. He's a simple, clumsy, but likable and earnest man who faces new problems after an incident that happened in his town is solved. Supporting him and gaining him as a follower will awaken the commander archetype, which can bend the flow of battles to your will. So I wonder what he means. Like, I'm guessing like, okay, we got this special move, kill one. Okay, now I got the advantage here, or maybe like provide extra press turns, perhaps.
I'm not sure. There's a lot that they can do with this system. 40 plus is a lot of options, especially when you can equip them on any of the characters.
Next, we got Alonzo. I really love his eyes, just like, ooh, blue, shiny. And his archetype, ooh, pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay, nice environment. Looks like it's like under the sea, kind of. An elusive and enigmatic young man of the Nydia tribe, he is skilled in information gathering and deceiving others. He ends up supporting the protagonist as one of a kind followers. His bond will awaken the Faker archetype, which can be used as a trump card to tackle difficult enemies. So Faker, so maybe have a decoy out, perhaps.
Potentially buffs and debuffs.
Yeah. Or maybe status effects. That
Yep.
like, just like, okay, like probably have like a mirage or just stun.
Yeah, that probably makes more sense. Oh, I like the name. That's a wink for sure.
Yeah, Katharina or Katarina. And that archetype just looks so awesome.
Yeah, unexpected for the human design.
Yeah, just like
Interesting.
like this kind of like armor just looks so awesome.
Yes, sir.
So Katharina, she is a candidate to become the next king. In addition to becoming one of the protagonist's followers, she is standing up for her tribe, the Pipus, who's often looked down upon, with the pledge to make them wealthier. Through the bond formed with her as a bounty hunter, she will awaken the brawler archetype. Oh, the brawler. Oh, that's an awesome brawler, which can deliver decisive blows. Despite being rivals in a campaign together, she will form a strong bond, leading to a unique relationship with the protagonist. I remember, if I'm remembering right, they said like, okay, there is no like relationship system, so this is like more of like the spawn system like in Devil Survivor, if I'm remembering right. Just like it's like 6+ or like around 6 points to like max amount. I think it was like that, but like I know it's not. We're not going like, oh hey, you need to rank up 10, 10, 10 for everyone, but it's a little bit less.
Right. They're doing there's like you can have relationships and bonds with characters, but you don't have a romance system in Metaphor. Just to be clear.
Yeah. No romance, but you do have bonds, relationship.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yep.
We have a strong bond here.
Right.
Next up is something I was a little bit iffy on, but and when I found out, it's Alice is using implementation of AI for QA testing. Now, this is a pretty long article, so we're not going through all of it, but they're talking about basically like how it'll continue on with the workflow of, and obviously testing out the game while it was in development. And I'm on the side of, hey, let's have the humans test out the games versus having just a computer test them out, because you can actually, I feel like you get more feedback from it versus just having AI do it. But going here, what is autoplay? So automatic play has artificial intelligence taking over input without human intervention, allowing the game to be played through while checking for bugs. The amount of data that has become enormous in recent games, significantly increasing the elements that needs to be checked. It is impossible for humans to handle this manually, so the automatic play system has been implemented for P5 Royal's development. So it's been doing that since P5, P5-4. For implementing automatic play, Atari emphasizes the following 3 points. Ensure that the automatic play does not interfere with the creation of the main game. Make the system as versatile as possible to allow various checks, and ensure that it is not easily affected by the change in data or specs. So, whole bunch of technical stuff, but as long as it's not hurting the main game, I don't really have that much of an issue. But the main thing is just like, hey, other people are out of the job kind of for this. But like I understand like there's so many things that not even a person is able to check, so having a computer to do it, like it's just real iffy on that. But,
I'm kind of the same, to be honest. I mean, if it doesn't impact jobs and it doesn't impact human beings, we've seen time and time that it doesn't impact the final product for us, the game. So I really don't mind it if it doesn't impact anyone in a negative manner. So if it allows them to pump out these games quicker too, that's a good use of AI, I would say. I definitely don't want AI to voice characters or to draw characters and stuff like that. But
right.
for testing, I mean, again, if the conditions that I mentioned before are met, I don't mind it.
Yeah, but I feel like there were people who say like, hey, you could have human testers for this, whereas like, okay, you can still have human testers, but if they miss something, it would be like as a backup. Like, okay, the human found this, and the AI found this stuff while they were playing, so that could probably help out both sides, right?
Exactly. Win-win scenario.
Yeah, so if they were like that, then that'd be good. But just if it just outright takes out the people, like nah, I'm not for it. So it seems like that's what they're implementing. But just gotta keep one eye a little bit open, just in case something happens.
Yep.
This portion of the podcast is sponsored by you, the patrons on patreon.com/cavepodcast. With as low as $3 a month, you can support me and the podcast with benefits such as exclusive posts, early access to the podcast, no in-video ads, your name scrolling in the video, and much more. So please consider supporting your boy over at patreon.com/cavepodcast. And now back to the show. Continuing on, we got of course, we got the Alice World Tour that was showed off, and again, we saw that, and it was a pretty good showcase. About 20 minutes showing off of the gameplay, showing off how the world looks like, and all the activities that you do within the game. So, as previously announced, the first Atlas exclusive showcase, Metaphor, has taken place with director Hashino discussing the game's story, journey, and traveling components. So it's showed off, follows the last month's showcase, and with new details for the followers and rivals revealed as well. So alongside the trailer showing off more of the game's story, characters, and quests, Hashino showed off more of the journey, starting with a recap of the game's premise for the Royals tournament in the continent of Uchronia. Town activities were also shown as milking cows to increase the town's virtues. Side quests were also explored for that purpose. When traveling from location to location, the Gauntlet Runner, based on schedules given by allies, the player can choose to interact with their teammates or explore the vehicle. So I kind of wonder how much activity is going to be done within the runner before it's gonna get bored, right? So just I feel like there's not gonna be that much things you can do. It's what was shown off? Have you seen what was done in the Gauntlet Runner during your time?
Not in the first 3 hours of the game, sadly, but again, they are really putting an emphasis on this. So I understand your concern and I get where you're coming from because hey, it's just a travel device, So what can they do with that? I guess they're gonna find stuff to do in it to make it entertaining. And one thing that Atlas is good at is give you rewards when you complete certain things and make it feel rewarding when you're playing stuff, when you're doing the day-to-day stuff in Persona. So I'm really trusting them to handle this in a good way and for us to have different things and variety when spending time in the Gauntlet Runner. When I asked the development team that were there, the staff that were there at the event, what was the purpose of putting a calendar system in Metaphor, the response was that it's different than what you find in Persona because the Gauntlet Runner, we want to make the player feel like they're really traveling. So if you're traveling, let's say from a place to another, you're not going to have to spend that much time if it's a short distance. But if you are going throughout the whole map and you're going in another continent, well then it's probably going to take some time. So you're going to have to do stuff, go off on missions and do activities in the runners, stuff like that. So it's a big focus. So I think they're going to do a good job with it. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, if I'm remembering right, I think in that showcase they showed off enemies do jump onto the runner from time to time, so there's going to be some battles we can do on there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm most thinking okay, so I guess while we're on the Gauntlet Runner, we can boost up the bonds with our party members and followers who are on it. That's also something. And also cleaning, cooking, all usual stuff that's in the home that you're gonna be doing on the runner because that's essentially a second home.
Yeah, and it's generally fun to do in Atlas games. That type of stuff. So
Yeah, and I'm also wondering are they gonna try to implement any kind of I was thinking are they gonna put any Easter egg to their other games in here, like, and how.
They certainly will. Oh yeah, I'm expecting it.
Just like I'm thinking, like, okay, like how will they implement like an Easter egg of something that happened in Persona 5 besides, the costume, or like what happened in SMT? Just like, oh, did you hear about that one human with that weird mask on its face?
It's possible. One thing that I liked is the crossover between Yakuza and Persona in Persona 5 Strikers, if I'm not mistaken. When you
Oh,
talk to Makoto in front of the theater, she says, "Hey, want to go see this new movie, Like a Dragon, or Like a Yakuza Dragon, or something like
yeah,
that?"
yeah. I remember that.
That made me smile. Those things are cool. Seeing Teddy on the counter and Catherine, that type of stuff is cool. I know there's gonna be at least one SMT and one Persona reference in there, minimum.
Mm. And that just reminded me, like, it had to do with Persona 5X. Like people had like these images that like they were in like the data files, and it was a movie poster that had like three guys on there. And do you know the group Trash Taste, or Trash Taste Podcast?
No.
But it's basically like three guys that looks basically like exactly like these guys from the podcast. They're Japanese based, and they're like really popular, talking about like anime, but they're not an anime
Interesting.
podcast. It's just like, okay, this has to be a podcast, because they also like, they're fans of JoJo, and they're also doing JoJo poses as well. So it's just like that has to be
Wow.
that has to be a reference to them.
Yes, definitely.
But continuing on, a new dungeon was also shown off, taking place inside the giant worm with a time limit before the team gets digested. So that was also something that I was like, oh, we get time limits with these dungeons. But can we also replay these dungeons? That's also a little bit something. Like, if we miss something within the dungeon, can we come back to it?
I
Or is it
wonder.
just a one and done?
Yeah.
More was also shown off, including new team member Yufa, which can be seen in the video. I believe that's the same. Yeah, it's the same trailer that we saw before. So, yeah, it's a really good trailer. Check it out. Can't wait to see. What the if we're. I wonder if they're gonna do like more of these. Like, hey, we're battling inside of more humans or something like that. Because that's also pretty like an interesting kind of like a dungeon kind of thing. Like Monstro in Kingdom Hearts. Nope, we're inside a creature. Okay, let's go for it. Alright, next up. Hey, we're not done with Persona 5 yet. We got some U2's figures.
They're awesome though. They really are. 30 each. They're really cool. I want to get them, but then again, I need to skip them, save a bit of money. But they're really cool looking, and I'm a Persona 5 Tactica fan, so.
Yeah, like Tactical was pretty fun. Like that was like technically not my first, but first in like a while of playing a tactic style game.
Interesting. Did you complete it?
Yes, I did beat it. I just didn't get the DLC for it. But,
Oh, me neither.
limited edition collectible figure company U2's has announced that they will be releasing figures based on P5T. The figures will be available for order on September 3rd, 2024, with estimated shipping window between March and April 2025. So they got Arena, looking really awesome. Really translated well into a U2's.
Oh, that little box. I didn't see the box before. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, it's very cool.
That might be a cop. At least Arena and Joker.
The next up, Revolution. No, we mean U2's, because Arena's here for her debut, screeching at a 4.7-inch as her hair and coat whip around her. She holds a pistol and raised horizontally to her chest, and grips a glaive to the ground. Just under its pointed blade, a long handle reaches up behind her back with a sharp smile and pale purple hair falling over her face to only one glistening eye visible. She wears a tight black coat that flows out of the waist over a bright red shirt and armored boots. The exterior of the red packaging sees them standing in a streak of white amongst a series of circles and stars. The interior shows a curving globe with silhouettes and buildings, and the Persona 5 Techno logo as the stars and gray lines explode onto the protective sleeves where their figure can be seen through the large clear window at their packaging's front. This collectible ships in a matte embossed protective outer sleeves and a custom plastic protection for maximum protection during shipping. And it goes for $30. So not bad. Not bad for...
It's not too bad. April. A little late though.
Yeah. Then we got Joker. Looking cool, Joker. And box. Looking cool there. Then we got some more details from him there. And then Morgana. Little fur ball. Yeah, pretty cool little guy. So yeah, all of them, each of them going for $30 each. It would be cool to have like a bundle of it, just like all in one box, or maybe just like bundled together, just like, okay, so like 30, so go for like $80 perhaps. That would have been cool.
At 80, I'd probably get them all.
But no, we're just wondering like, why now? Well,
it's a little random, that's for sure. Figures, they take a long time to come out. Like we just got, well, it was a month or two ago that they announced a Nahobino figure. The game came out 3 years ago. I know it's timed with vengeance, which is all right, but still, it's like it never happened before.
Yeah, but I think like it was mainly like for timing for vengeance. I think that's probably.
Yeah, for sure, but it still took a long time for them to make it happen, to make a figure happen.
So someone like next year, hey, we got this Persona 3 Reload, you two, because here you go.
Yeah.
I mean, probably do it like in time for like a Switch 2 version, maybe.
Potentially, yeah.
That's what they might go for. And I remember just seeing like past couple of weeks, like Alice doing like a fitness belt theme based on Persona 5, just like, okay, that's a weird thing. I'm not sure how many people will get it, but okay.
Sure, I guess.
Sure, solid products.
Yeah. I wonder how these things do. Like, I consider myself a huge fan, and I rarely purchase merch, so I wonder.
Yeah, like I'm very picky on what I get on merch. Like, is it inexpensive or within my price range, and does it look good on my shelf? Both together, just like, if it's that, then okay, I'll get it.
Yeah, it's generally expensive too. Like that Nahobino figure that I pre-ordered, it's really small, and I think it was 60 or something. So it's pricey.
Yeah, I got that Kawakami / Becky maid figure. It was about a little bit over 100, but it's like about like 12 inches or like 11-12 inches. Like, oh, that's pretty good. And also like comes with like a face swap with her normal face and her cutesy Becky face. It's like,
right.
Okay, I think that's kind of worth it. As well as the hair swap from her regular and her Becky twin tails. And yeah, pretty cool, pretty good. Next up, I think this is pretty big. I don't think many people talk about this. This is the Persona 3 Club World Guide Q&A translation. So there was a P3 book club that came out back in 2006. So going with the release of the original Persona 3, and had a bunch of it has character profiles, short stories, and fan art. But in the final section was the World Guide Q&A. So it had over 30 pages, and the Q&A delves into deep of the game's untold lore and development history.
Interesting.
So yeah, going down, it was scanned by Vex Scans and translated by Turquoise Hammer and scanlated by Strife's Rife, and almost 30 pages of the guidebook is translated. So that is just like it took almost 20 years to finally get this translated. Just like, man, I didn't
Crazy.
even know this existed.
Oh, me neither.
Like going to the lore of all this, and like going to, okay, well, what are shadows? What is Nyx? So that is a pretty awesome read if you guys want to check it out for yourself. And there's even a Google Drive if you want to check it out for yourself, just seeing, bigger, better quality. So the project is focused specifically on the question and answers, such as there are parts that remain untranslated, including 10 pages in the middle that outline the origins of each cast member's personas. And so there's still so much more goodness to uncover. And one question I've seen tossed around in the past of the Q&A canonicity. I've long retired from discussion talk of that ilk, but I will share these observations. Nyx's role in bringing death to the earth is not only mentioned in Reload's in-game dictionary, but also in two separate dialogue instances with Ryoji and Akiko. These bits were not removed, and even with the addition of P4 and P5 to the extension lore. So that is pretty awesome to, like, hey, learn a bit more about Nyx, who she is, and just overall the lore of the series. That was a great find to have.
Yes, for sure.
So, like, oh man, like, I wonder what other kind of like unknown translations that are still out there that we don't even know about, like, because it's just like it's so far, like, 20 years ago, like, kind of before, like, well, not really before, but just, before the hype, the mass use of the internet, that's just lost or just in someone's, like, garage box.
I always like when these niche things come out here in the West as well, so we get info and stuff. I don't dig for this type of information myself, but it's always an interesting read.
Yeah, like, you might learn something that you never even learned about, like, some of the characters. Like, oh, this character has a certain, like, a tweak about them. Like, oh, wow,
Right.
really? Huh, okay. Okay, so coming up to the second to last article for, well, no, this is the last article for today. We got some Persona 3 Reload Aigis, episode Aigis clips previewed, and some new features and developer comments. So we are, at the time of this recording, a week before episode Aigis comes out. So this is pretty cool. So Alice has been releasing daily preview clips of Reload, episode Aigis, detailing new features from the expansion. This includes messages from the developer staff. So we get to see Metis' costume, which is Kasumi from
Of course
Royal.
it is.
And
It looks cool, but again, that's what we were saying before. It's more P5.
Yep. We will never get rid of P5. In Persona 6, we will get P5 costumes too.
Yes.
In Persona 7, we will get P5 costumes.
Yep.
The expansion will include a variety of costumes for metas, including a maid outfit, a Velvet Room themed outfit, and an outfit based off of Violet from Royal. And then link episodes are part of it. So when exploring the Abyss of Time, you'll come across items which will unlock link episodes with members of C's and metas. So, okay, learning more about the characters that we haven't learned before, connecting to, arena and feature games that will happen in the timeline. And there are unique field actions. So Aigis will have the unique actions she can use whilst exploring the Abyss of Time. Finding additional parts will allow her to gain new actions, such as being able to run into items and destroying them. I saw a quick glimpse of that from the previous trailer, I think. It was like, holy cow, we get like new moves for like exploration and all that stuff. So I'm wondering like, okay, what else are we getting for Aigis? Like some one-hit kills for like weak enemies, perhaps? That'd be really cool to have.
Mm-hmm.
And enhanced BGM selection option. So with the release of the expansion, BGM selection function will be enhanced with more options, allowing for normal battle BGM and boss battle BGM to be set separately. A favorite function will also be added so that the random selection can be set to only select the songs registered as favorites. This feature will be available for anyone, even if they have not purchased the expansion pass. Oh, I thought this was exclusive to the expansion pass. Oh, okay.
Interesting.
So now we can just say, play that random song. Yeah, I like that song. Keep it playing. Keep it playing.
There's some really good tracks in that game.
Mm-hmm. I still have to get my hands on the expansion pass. Like I haven't bought it, despite me saying, "Oh yeah, I'll get it day one." Yeah, so probably like just like the night, I'll probably like pre-order it and then like, yeah, playing at midnight.
That's fine.
Yeah.
The game's good, so if you want to play more, why not?
And then we got some developer comments from the composer Atsushi Kitajo. The comment is this is the episode Aigis version of the regular battle theme, and includes an additional chorus over the original. When compared to the main game's version, it has rap parts and guitar riffs, giving it more of a tense and expressive feeling. When I was composing it, I felt that both the cool version from the main game and the episode Aigis version are both strong arrangements that are in tune with the main protagonist's emotions. Then we got producer Wada. Episode Aigis is an important piece of the game that has been missing for 17 years. It's been 17 years since episode Aigis. The answer.
Yep.
Oh,
Crazy stuff.
and we as creators feel as that it is our responsibility to remake it. We approached the development from this angle, and we are finally able to deliver it to you. Starting a new large-scale DLC project during the latter part of the main story development is something that we have never done before, and I'm pleased that we have managed to complete it. It is a story that will help everyone move forward, so please experience it alongside P3R. And last comment from the director, Yu Hashizume. We want to remake episode Aigis with the same level of quality as P3R, and to deliver a new experience to those who have played P3R or the original game. The new character Metis is a unique character, so we hope that you will keep her in your party and enjoy the conversation and battles. By the way, regarding the battle with the masked boy who featured in the PV the other day, we have made special adjustments for the Heartless difficulty. So if you have mastered the game, I highly recommend you try it on Heartless. Oh. So I wonder if he gets special moves just for playing it on Heartless. Just like, hey, I see you're playing on Heartless. That means I'm going to take your heart. Or something like that.
Maybe.
Okay, so... So having like maybe a special tag just on Heartless, maybe. But I kind of doubt that. But, you know, great comments here from the people on the development side. Can't wait to experience, you know, this new remake of the answer. And like I played the answer the first time last year, and that was an experience to have.
And you're ready to replay it. That's interesting.
Yeah, I want to see like the new take of it, like how it's being, you know, expanded on, seeing the new dungeons. Like I will say, like, man, going through like the original answer dungeons, like, man, this is pretty boring. Kind of looks all the same.
Yep.
But like seeing like from the trailers, like, it's looking really good. I'm loving what I'm seeing. All Are you also gonna be doing this day one, or are you just like, I'll wait for a discount?
Nah, I'm not willing to replay it right now. I'm good for now. So I want to play again. I need to beat Infinite Wealth before Metaphor comes out. If I can beat Persona Q soon to do a review, that would be cool too. So definitely not touching that DLC anytime soon. I'm very content with what I played in the main game. So,
Mm.
yep.
Yeah, like I think like they say it's just I feel like they said it was like 20 hours for the DLC. It's like that's impressive for that
Yeah.
length. So
Mhm.
it's gonna be a ride for anyone playing through here. And
Yes, for sure.
and one last thing that's not news related, but something that caught my eye is in Astrobot, the
Oh
game's
yeah.
coming up. Aigis is in there. It's just like she's so adorable.
Yeah, she is.
I don't have PS5, but I will definitely try to aim to get her.
Yeah, she's cool looking. I was not expecting that too.
Yeah, me neither. But they're adding like so many other other like PlayStation well, memorable PlayStation characters that were on it. So it's like, hey, I was kind of thinking like, okay, maybe Bakoto, maybe, but I guess
Mhm.
hey, I'll take her too.
It makes sense. It makes sense. She's a robot after all.
Yep. All right, so that's it for all the news. But I have one more thing. David, do you want to play a game?
Sure.
All right. Uh, I really hope you know your demons.
Oh my god, I have terrible memory. So I'm not gonna be a performer here, but we'll try. We'll try.
Welcome to Guess That Demon. This is the first time I'm playing this game with anyone. I had this prepared for like a while in case someone joins. You are lucky number one, David.
Oh boy.
Are you ready?
I'm happy for your second guess because you're probably gonna perform better. But yeah, yes I am.
All right, so here. Nope. All right, so we got some points. You're gonna be shown an image of the demon, and if you get
Okay.
that, it's 4 points. And then clues will start coming up. If you get on the first clue, that's 3 points. Second clue, 2 points. Third clue, 1 point. And you can't get it, it's 0 points.
Okay.
All right. Let's start off with round 1. Let's go. Can you guess this demon?
I'm still on your Aigis bot here.
Oh, my bad. Oh.
No worries.
Let me just do this and and boop boop. Now can you see?
Okay. Yep,
Right.
that works.
So yeah, point system there.
Yep. That's cool.
Round 1. Yes, that
Oh.
demon.
Alice.
You're correct. It is Alice. And the
Yee,
clues,
yee,
if
yee.
you didn't get it. First one, based on book of by Lewis Carroll. Disney made both an anime and live action reboot movie. It fell down the rabbit hole into the Megami Tenseiverse.
I like it.
So there's some like themings with like some of the like clues, like it'll be
Yeah,
a
I
meta
can see.
reference to that.
That's cool. I like it.
Right, so
I have
4
a figure
points.
for Alice, so
So 4 points. Next up. Can you guess that demon?
Shiva.
That is correct. 8
Hey.
points. So, major god of his
Favorite.
doing seen in Final Fantasy as a summon,
Of course.
and a small knife used in The Last of Us.
Oh boy, I haven't played The Last of Us.
Shiva. So 8 points. 8 points. Next up.
Interesting. I'm gonna need clues for this one.
Oh, can't get it on the first try. Okay, okay. First one might be related to a furry.
I still don't know. Give me another clue, please.
Okay, we're going down to 2 points.
Can I do a research, or is that not allowed?
No.
Okay.
Alan Cunning played him in a sequel of the critically acclaimed movie The Mask.
I liked the first one. I have not seen the sequel. I don't know. Another clue, please.
Okay, last clue. Pancakes.
I still don't know.
Oh, David, my boy. It's Loki.
Oh my god, I didn't recognize the design.
This
What's that from?
This is essentially before anything P3 or before this Loki design.
Wow.
So in Nocturne, yeah, SMT Nocturne was used in that P3.
Oof.
So no points for that.
Disappointing performance. Okay, yeah, that's the Persona 3's design too. Interesting.
Yeah, and of course Pancake. Obviously.
Yes, I figured it was a Akechi's Persona, but I didn't remember the name for some reason. Although I played it a bunch of times, as I told you. Bad memory.
Yep. It's alright, it's alright. Next up.
I am going to need clue for this one. I recognize him, but the
Okay.
name?
Going for 3 points here. He performs the dance of death.
I still have no clue. No idea.
Okay, going for 2 points here. The goal lies ahead of the cage.
The cage? I don't know.
Okay,
I don't.
for 1 point. He may be a demon, but at least he's not in charge of WB Discovery.
What? That doesn't help me. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Okay, this is David.
Oh boy.
David Cage. David Sage.
I had no idea.
Yeah, if I'm remembering right, he was also in some early SMT games, SMT 1 and 2, I believe, if I'm remembering right.
He's in 4 as a challenge quest.
Yes.
Interesting. In Strange Journey 2. I recognize the design, but the name I had no idea. He's in DX2.
Yeah. Also, that I totally forgot I picked him up in that game.
Probably his only 3D design.
Mm-hmm. Has been in like modern games in a while. All right.
I really like his design though. It's a cool design.
Next up, I think this is going to. Oh no, I think we got this last one for this round.
I love the design. That's Kaneko for sure.
Yep.
But the name of the design, the name of the character, is that a persona? I think so.
Would you like your first clue?
Yeah, let's take the first clue.
Zeus did a bad thing to her that caused her to become preggers.
Oh my god. I know the name, but I can't remember.
Want to go for 2
Nope.
points?
Yes, please.
Okay, for 2 points. Clue number 2. Jupiter's second largest moon.
I don't know.
Ready for 1 point?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'd rather have the remake than the 2022 Space Tour spiritual successor.
You're talking about Dead Space.
Mm,
But I'm not sure what I should get out of this.
No. What's the other game?
Oh, Callisto. Is that it?
Callisto!
Yes. Okay, the clue helped.
Yes, this is Callisto. I believe this was Persona.
Persona 2? Yes, Persona 2. Ulala's Persona. I knew I remembered that this was a Persona, but I couldn't put the name on. Again, names and me doesn't work.
So right now you have 9 points. You still got this. You still got this. You currently have the highest lead because you're the only one who's playing.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Good attempt.
All right, we got round 2. It's gonna get
Oh boy.
a little bit more harder. A little bit.
Oh boy.
So next up.
Nope. That's not happening. I have no idea.
Okay. For 3 points. Clue number 1. This became someone's persona in the Persona series. So this dwindles it down a bit.
I am gonna need another clue, please.
Okay. Japanese for calling your loved ones.
Another clue, please.
Okay. Last clue. More than meets the eye.
I don't know. No idea. Doesn't click.
This is a knot.
Nope.
So, Persona 5, Makoto's Persona, evolved form of Johanna, which is, Johanna transforms into a knot, which is a motorcycle. So a knot is her transformer's Santa mode, transformed mode, and Anata is Japanese for loved ones.
I like this evolved version of Johanna. It's really cool. My God, I'm looking at it right now, and there's this awesome design. It's a figure. I don't know if you've seen that before, but that's really cool. I'll send it to you. It's really awesome, actually. Wow.
Yeah, I think I might have seen it before, like it's fully like posable. I think it was.
Oh no, it sent you the link for the Google search. I'm not sure that's gonna work. Let me send you another link. 1 sec.
Let me just
Yeah, you can use the second link. That's gonna be better. Yep, the good smile one.
Oh, I see.
It transforms.
Yeah.
It's really sick. Wow. Wish I had money.
Don't we all? Don't we
Figure from
all?
2020.
All right, you ready for the next one?
Hopefully.
All right.
Oh boy.
This is an old one, but you might.
I recognize the design. That's from Demi Kids or Devil Children, I think. Probably Demi Kids. I'm gonna need clues, please.
Okay. Clue number 1 for 3 points. It's what most people think they are when they're really the opposite.
Another clue, please.
For 2 points. Holier than thou.
I don't know.
Okay. For 1 point. Wish they could take me away like that social media influencer.
Nope, it's not clicking. You have great clues too, but I don't know.
This is Angel.
Oh, come on.
When talking about the social
Holier
media
than thou.
influencer, Desai.
Who?
Uh, Ichiro in SMT5.
Oh,
Angel
yeah.
takes him
Oh,
away.
boy. Yeah. Oh. That didn't click. That's a cool clue, though. I like it. Your designs, the choices that you're picking for the designs are making it rough on me.
Like I can't give people like the oh I recognize this one. Like I
Of
get them a
course.
little bit, you know, like something
Of
they
course.
haven't seen. So next up, you might have seen this.
I don't think so, because that looks really cool. Does it cost point if I guess something wrong?
Nope, you can guess.
Is that Pyro Jack-o'-lantern?
You're correct. This is
Oh.
Jack-o'-lantern.
What is this design from, though?
I think this is also like Demi Kids, the Devil Children.
Jack?
Like very early on.
Let me see. Huh. Doesn't seem to be devil children. Demi kids. Okay, here it is. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That might be from like the Gitten games.
Yeah, with clues of man turned into this after making a deal with the devil. His name was changed, probably because of text limitations. And don't make me call Mr. White Christmas. Okay, and next. Okay, so now you are currently at 13 points. All right.
This actually is Megami Tensei design, because in the original SMT already looked like the jack-o'-lantern that we know. So this is from Megami Tensei and Megami Tensei 2.
Very early on, very early. Game.
Yes, sir. Interesting. I'm glad I got him.
Yep.
No clue too.
Right. Next up.
This is sick. But I don't know who that is, so give me a clue, please.
Okay. Sometimes related to the devil.
Is that Jose?
Nope.
Odin?
No.
Okay. I need another clue, please.
Right? For 2 points. Known as a black god.
That's not helping me. I'm sorry. Please give me the other clue.
For 1 point. I don't have the heart to tell you, but you're bald.
What? I have no idea.
This is Chernobog.
Yep. Nope.
Oh, 1 second.
Chernobog. Hey, oh my god, this design is so different from his modern design. Wow. It's from SMT2. Same design in Devil Summoner. And then in Soul Hackers, it started to be the design that we know. In Demi Kids, there's a totally different design again.
Yeah.
No wonder I'm confused.
Yeah, the last clue is related back to the heart is related back to Kingdom Hearts. and Bald
Oh.
Mountain, Fantasia, where Chernobog's also appeared in.
Oh. I don't know anything about Kingdom Hearts, so that wasn't a clue for me, sadly.
Alright, next one.
What? This is a Jack Frost head. Is that Jack Frost? An obscure Jack Frost design?
Nope.
I'm gonna need clues then, please.
Okay, first clue. It's not related to the Jack family.
Well, found that out the hard way. Please give me another clue.
2 points. Able to break the hammer with ease.
I am going to need another one, please.
Go to the Norse underworld.
I don't know.
Try spit anything out. Well, what's related to Norse? To
What's
Norse
related to
mythology.
Norse? Thor?
Close to Thor.
A Viking? I don't know. Kratos?
No.
I have no idea.
This is Hell.
How? I didn't know.
Of Hell, also named the Norse underworld. The break the hammer with ease is related back to in the Thor movies. Hell's in there and broke Thor's hammer. And also, Hell is just, well, also named the Norse underworld. Just basically, hey, I'm gonna send you down there.
Interesting.
Yeah, obviously, like, yo, this design is so cool. It's just like, like it might trick some people up, just think like, oh, it's obviously part of Jack family, but no.
The face is interesting looking. I'm liking this game though. I'm doing research at the same time and I'm like, wow, I didn't know these existed.
Mm.
And it's crazy how they switched these designs. Like, I definitely recognize this demon's design from modern entries, but
Mhm.
this doesn't ring a bell at all. It's from Devil Children.
Yeah, just trying to see, like, you know, if you know, a lot of people know about the modern like designs. Like, if I just give them
Yeah.
that, like, yeah.
Of course. But I would honestly, with my memory, my terrible memory, I wouldn't even know the name, even if you put the modern design in my face, which I know. So,
All right, I think we're going to the final round, round 3.
hard mode. Oh boy.
All right. Okay, the next one might be a little bit easier, but yeah, but this.
Oh no, I don't like this because I know her name. Ah, first clue, please.
Oh, okay, okay. Mommy.
Ah. Another clue, please.
Okay, 2 points. 2 points. A Power Ranger Megazord and a really bad group uses this name.
I'm really thinking about this. God damn it.
Go deep into your childhood memory, or maybe some recent news. Maybe.
Some recent news?
Actually, yeah. Think with Dragon Quest.
With Dragon Quest? I follow Dragon Quest too.
Well, more specifically, with 3 HD2D.
Right. Which is a game that I'm insanely excited for. Previews dropped while we were recording this, by the way.
And I know that like
Oh, it's ISIS.
yes, it's ISIS. And last group
God,
is last clue is
I knew.
she won't miss.
Oh.
ISIS. Yeah, because with Dragon Quest 3, there was a town named Isis, but they renamed it to Ibis.
I had no idea. Yes, Ibis.
All right. Now up to 15. Let's go. You ready for the next one?
Yes, sir.
Guess that demon.
Also an old Persona, if I recall correctly.
Yes. But you
Hmm.
might have seen this one, but not in this form.
Maybe not. First clue, please.
Okay. Depicted as either male or female, depending on the media.
Interesting. Another clue, please.
For 2 points. Told Mary about her pregnancy.
What? Told Mary about pregnancy? Nope. Not ringing a bell.
Okay, last clue. Definitely not on the fluffy scale.
I don't know.
Okay. This
Curious though.
is Gabriel.
Wow.
Gabriel told the Virgin Mary about her pregnancy. Yeah, was shown as male or female, and Gabriel is also the name of a comedian called Gabriel Iglesias who made the fluffy scale.
I didn't know that. And that's from Innocent Sin. Okay.
Yeah, I think this is like my favorite design of Gabriel.
It's very original, very cool.
I just love the pipes, just like kind of like shows a
Who
little bit of
wields
speed.
Gabriel?
Hmm?
Do you remember who wields Gabriel in Persona 2?
I don't remember. But like her design just looks so awesome.
It's Eriko's Persona. It's the ultimate Persona. Eriko's.
Yes.
Interesting. Huh. Cool.
All right. I think we have 2 more after this. Yes. Right. Next
Okay.
one.
Go. Ooh. I can find that one. I can remember. What is it? First clue, please.
Okay,
I think it's possible for me to have this one, I think.
well, want to try to think out loud about who you think this might be?
I can't guess names.
All right. So you want the first clue?
Yes, please.
Helps people how to direct their lives.
Is it Seraph?
No.
One of the final bosses, I think. What's the other clue, please?
For 2 points. Known as the Flame of God.
It's an angel, I think. In 4.
I'll help you out. Yes, that it is an angel.
Oh, Uriel?
It is Ariel.
Oof. Who are you for real? Wow.
Yeah, j- just like I was gonna say, you probably face this angel before the final boss of Vanilla P5.
Mm-hmm. I recognize the design straight away from SMT4, but
Yep.
it's been a while, and again, names and me.
All right. The next one, I think you might get this instantly. So let's check out the final demon.
Ha, Satan.
And for 4 points, you got it.
Yes, sir.
Satan. This is no.
Definitely, I think this design is only in Apocalypse. I think.
Uh, it's also you being ST, being Vengeance.
Really? He's in Vengeance?
He is a super boss in Vengeance.
Oh, I didn't know.
I think what I heard is that
You're
like,
right.
like,
wow. How sick is this?
like,
I
have
didn't
you
know.
only-
Ooh,
have
his
you only
HD design is cool.
have you only played the Vengeance arc, or did you do both?
I've played both.
Apparently, like there is like I think it's unlocked through you do the canon and then you go through Vengeance to unlock it.
Really? No, I played the original SMT5, so the original route, but in 2021, and then I played the new route.
Yeah.
this
So
year,
so like did like there's something like in both, like you go the canon creation route, you unlock something in Vengeance, and in the Vengeance arc you unlock something in the canon arc. In the creation arc.
Okay, interesting. Well, I certainly like to see him in full 4K like this. It's awesome.
Yeah. Some clues. This none of Demon's names are usually interchangeable. Some religion. He is seen without his titties out, relating back to like a thing like Persona 5 and 4 and 3. And he was totally the one who defeated that robot in the tournament and saved the Earth from that pink chaos. Just linking back to Mr. Satan, Dragon Ball Z. And no, I lied. There's one more. There's one more.
Oh,
All right. Are you ready?
yes, sir. Hey, boy.
Guess
I'm gonna need clues, please.
Okay. First clue. It's related to a demon you've seen here before.
Not helping. Second clue, please.
You're just thinking about all the demons throughout this whole game. And you,
Yeah.
okay. From underrated rallied youth.
Nope. Nope. Not helping.
Last clue. Such a puny god.
Nope. I don't know. No idea. Dang, it's the final one too.
You're gonna be annoyed about this, but it's Loki again.
Ah. Yep, there was no way now for me to recognize him. Now, what is this from? Loki.
Yeah, look, this is Loki's like ice giant form, like in like known Norse
Megami
mythology.
Tensei again.
And if you look at the
Wow.
first letters in the second clue, it spells out furry. Back to the clue with Loki
Oh boy.
and such a
That went
puny,
over my head.
such a puny god reference to what Hulk said to Loki in the first Avengers movie.
Oh boy. Yeah, no, that was too much of a stress for me.
Alright, so your total point is 21 points. Yeah. All
Can't wait
right.
to see who's beating me or who's not.
Thank you. Please subscribe.
Hey.
And with that, we're calling a wrap on this episode of the Cathedral of Velvet podcast. David, thank you so much for coming out. It's been a blast.
Yes, for sure. It was fun. Well organized show too. Good job. I'm definitely gonna check out your next episodes. Do you already know who your next guest is? Out of curiosity.
Yes. Next episode, we're having the guests, the man of hype, the hectic Mr. himself, HMK, is coming to
Ooh,
the next
interesting.
episode.
Awesome. Cool. Well, you have a good show. I'll give it a watch. And again, thank you so much for having me on, especially on your first episode like this. It's an honor. Honestly, thank you so much.
Yep, again, thank you for coming out. And also want to thank the patrons whose names are scrolling up on the screen now. Thank you guys for your support. If you guys can subscribe to David's channel, his link will be in the description below. Please support him however you can. And with that, this has been the Cathedral of Velvet podcast. Well, David, do you have anything coming up that you want to tell to the people?
I do again weekly RPG content. So if you're into that, you can check me out. Again, link is going to be linked. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But otherwise check out my preview for Metaphor. I think I did a good job here. People seem to like it. And if you're interested in that game, which I assume you are if you watched this whole thing, because we talked about it quite a bit, well then please check that out. That would be great. But thank you for listening, y'all.
Right. So next episode will be out the week of September 15th, and by that time I'll be turning 28. Oh, getting old.
Ooh, hey, happy birthday in advance, mate.
Thank you. But again, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.